got a little bit different of a camera setup. Got it on my head this time, so hopefully you guys can see this all pretty good. I don't know, no idea. But anyways, I had a person comment and say I should use a jig head, so I switched to a jig head. I'm still with this Shimano little tiny ugly stick. So we're going to try some different spots here. It's in a different part of the creek, so we'll get to fishing. Is that a skull? It's got a skull and a backbone. Beats me. Probably a big dog or something, but still a little cold. Creek is up a little bit still, so might not catch anything. We might not. Plenty of briars. I was going to try and throw into this deep hole right here, but there's a lot more stuff in it now than there used to be, so it's a little bit tougher to get to. And I don't think I would get much through them briars. So I don't know if I can get through these briars. All right. Ooh. Try right here. Try not to slip in. Looks like something's been sliding down here. Maybe, I don't know, beaver or something. All right, let's try it. Like I said, hopefully you guys can see this pretty good. I have no idea. I'm not sure how deep this right here is, but I think it's pretty deep. I just got that in the tree. Epic retrieve. Not really, but I almost wonder if that's not beaver sliding in there or something like that. I don't know. It could just be where it's washing out, but it looks like something slides in there. You can almost see like claw marks over there. So still pretty cool. Just trying not to get it in the tree this time. I'm gonna let it sink. I'll let it just kind of sit on the bottom. Well, maybe not. I've got it snagged. Yep, I'm cutting it. That always stinks. Alright, let's go get a new bait. I'm gonna switch it up. It's cold water, and like I said, I've never really cold water fished much, so I'm not sure really what I'm doing. I might throw something like that on. That might be a little too big. What we're saying is I feel like the fish probably aren't, you know, they're probably not going to be biting something that is moving fast, because the water's probably still pretty cool. Yeah, I'm in a hoodie, so it's not like, yeah, it's not like it's super hot. I don't know. Let's go with I need a better setup. But alright. Got these pink jig heads. I'm gonna throw on a pink jig head. And thought about a white grub again. Let's go pink jig head, white grub. Go ahead and put this on here. And then I'm going to try not to fish in a spot that is quite as weedy. So let's tie this on here. Maybe. That grub's got some kind of film stuff on it where it's brand new, and it doesn't really smell like anything, but it's got my fingers super slimy, so it's hard to hang on to that. Alright, so there's that. There's this, that, and there. Alrighty. Again, Leatherman signal. Like I said, it's been like my main thing I've packed forever now. So, alright, let's try this thing again. You can pretty well see into the water. It's pretty clear. Something might have just hit right there, but it could have just been something falling out of the trees. So I might have just seen something. I might be crazy. I might not have seen anything, but it almost looked as though I seen something. So not really a good spot to cast from here. Probably end up in that tree over there. We'll try that right there. I wish the water wasn't so cold so I could actually just get down into the water. Make it so much easier for casting and everything. But it's still too cold. I was in the creek the other day and, you know, still cold. There's that skull again. I don't know what that is. Doesn't have big teeth. Could be a deer. It's possible it's a deer. Maybe a doe. It doesn't have antlers. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I have no idea. Not a big skull expert, but everything's so slippery. Something's still hitting the water over there. It's possible it's just bugs or something. Probably just bugs. I'll tell myself that so that way it makes me feel better if I don't catch any fish. But that grub, I mean, super noticeable in the water. You can see it plenty good. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. I don't know. It's kind of tough judging. I'll try to do that again. It's not getting out there very far to where I'd like it to, but if there's anything in there, you'll see it. They'll see it, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys can see that. Cut a leaf, but yeah, looks pretty good in the water. Just your regular, ordinary grub. There it is. So maybe you cast this way or something. I got a better cast that way just because I'm trying to stay out of that tree branch right there. I know if I don't watch it, I'm definitely going to get it. But yeah. This right here, I think, is just way too shallow for anything to be in right now. But it's still nice. Plenty of briars, which isn't nice. Alright, I'm going to move to a different location and try there. But, of course, there's a beaver over there. So those spots that I was talking about where it looked like something was sliding in and there's claw marks and stuff is a beaver. It just whoosh, splashed in the water. I kind of see something right there, like ripples, but I can't tell if that's where it just splashed or if it's swimming that way. But I did see over there, I was going to show it on camera, but I didn't. There's like little like gnaw marks around like a super tiny tree, like that size. And I was going to mention it to the camera. I didn't. Maybe I should have. I was just going to say maybe like a rabbit or something that chewed around on it, but it's probably that guy. If you guys don't know, I mean, I think beavers are like super territorial. So like, you know, they don't really care to attack you. They'll probably attack you. More than likely they're not going to, but I wouldn't approach one and try to pet it, even though they look cool. But we're on his turf. Anyways, let's get back to fishing. Zoom in. There's a little Canadian goose over there. I don't believe that's what made that noise, because it sounded just like a beaver. Yeah, 100% not what made that noise, but there's all kinds of wildlife, so I'm going to zoom in on that guy, let you see him. Probably might not be a good picture, but hopefully it is. Yet again, got this little tiny jig head with like a little crappie tube. Hoping maybe that'll do something. The water's still, like I said, still up, but I'm hoping maybe. I'm not going to cast this thing like super far. I'm just going to kind of let it fall. Got a little snag in my line there. I'm going to let it go out.
Maybe. I didn't know it was in there that far.
This is ridiculous. I don't even cast this thing that far. Alright, there it goes. Alright. Reel it all back up. Alright, I finally got it out. So, like I said, I'm just going to drop it off right over here. And hopefully the water's moving pretty quick, but with natural colors, I'm hoping that it'll maybe catch something. Let it kind of just drift in the water. Alright, I'm going to try and cast it. I don't know if I can or not with this. That actually got out there pretty far. I am surprised. I'm just going to let it sit. That wasn't a bite. I got snagged. I don't know. Maybe that was a bite. I'm going to say it wasn't. Alright, let's try and cast it back out there again. I'm surprised at how far that's casting it. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am snagged again. Nope, got it out. I'll say unsuccessful fishing trip, but hopefully we'll have a successful fishing trip soon. It's just still too cold, but you know, it's fun just to get out here, fish anyways. Maybe if I was to do some kind of different fishing, maybe on a boat, I'd do better. But you'll have that. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a thumbs up if you know, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up anyways. Hopefully on the next time, like I said, I'll catch a fish. Probably the next video will not be a fishing video. I'll let it warm up a little bit more. Supposed to have some warm days coming up soon, so hopefully one of those days I can do something. I'm thinking about doing some like arrowhead hunting videos. Let me know what you guys think. I think I've got this pretty good spot picked out for some arrowheads. I have no idea. I know there's been some found close, but like I said, let me know what you guys think. And if you want to see that video, comment arrowhead in the comment section, and give it a like if you guys want to see that. So 10 likes and I will post that video. 10 likes on this video. So to know that, you would have to watch all the way through, which you probably didn't, so I'll probably post that video anyways. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you stuck through it this long, I'm sorry, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you until the next one.